Thank you for tuning in to this great food channel. I love to cook and I love to show people how to cook. Today we are gonna cook a 3-pound chicken. Well, it is 3 pounds, 0.35 pounds. 3.35 pounds. It's gonna be easy, it's quick. This is for all you guys out there who are looking to make something quick and easy for the family. Don't wanna mess up a lot of stuff. Maybe not have a lot of ingredients. This is super simple. This chicken, an Instapot, we're gonna use pasta because we're gonna make it a chicken and a pasta meal. I like single ingredient, main ingredient type recipes, but my wife and my daughter like to have multiple things on the plate and to make it nice and pretty. So we're gonna try to do that as well. We are gonna do that. What am I talking about? Nice. So pasta, we're gonna use something that we got, the Alfredo sauce that is from the grocery store, and this is Romana original Alfredo sauce. This is great food. So we're gonna add a little bit more salt, seasoning to it. We're gonna use pepper for the chicken, salt for the chicken, and we're gonna have some poblano peppers because why not? I mean, not poblano peppers, these are Hatch green peppers. They smell delicious. I went to the grocery store today. They were toasting these because you can toast them. The skins come off and then the soft flesh on the inside is what you eat. But we're gonna use this to season our chicken. So welcome, join me. We're gonna make this food in less than 30 minutes. All right, first thing we're gonna have to do is we're gonna have to dry the exterior part of the chicken. Now, if you've bought your chicken at the grocery store, one of the first things you have to do once you take that chicken out is to dry off the extra liquid that may be around the chicken. This is kind of like, I don't know, it's partially chicken juice, but it also has a lot of water also. And that makes it difficult to brown properly when we put it into the chicken pot. So this is just like the pre-activity that you need to do. Along with this drying, you have to check the cavity for things like this, the chicken neck. Great for stock, but we're not gonna use it today, so we're gonna save it. There may also be giblets in here. So that may be the gizzard, it may be the heart. So that's something else that we want to check the chicken cavity for so you don't get that surprise of, oh, what did I get that for? So once we finish that, we're gonna dry it off, throw this away, and we are going to start our chicken pot in the saute mode. So once you put the saute, it's down here in the bottom right-hand corner. These continue to grow, right? And they get better, and so the buttons are all changed, they move around. But every one of these pots have a saute mode. Once you hear those double beeps, that means that the saute is ready. The temperature is up to par. I forgot to mention 2 additional ingredients. One is butter, and the other is 2 cups of sliced mushrooms. This isn't necessary, the butter is. You can substitute the butter for oil if you like. I saw this one person who actually cooked it in coconut oil, which is fine too, but we need a little bit of oil at the bottom so that it can brown the chicken properly. Once we get this done, I'm gonna cut a little bit of this butter off. See, about that much. And what I'm gonna do with this butter, and don't get all grossed out on me, I am going to use this butter and put it on the chicken itself. So my chicken is a little cold. It was, I just bought it out of the grocery store. So it has been out of refrigeration for about, 20 minutes. So as you can see, it's still sticking to the outside. And this is great because we're gonna put some additional seasoning. We're gonna put some salt on it. We're gonna put some pepper. And see, this is how you get this butter all over the chicken. And I'm going to continue to massage this chicken with butter everywhere. We're gonna get it on the back as well. We are gonna get it nice and flavorful. One of the things that I like about the Instapot is its ease of use. You don't have to, you start it, you let it go, and it's done. So once we have this done, we're gonna put some salt and pepper. Hold on. Fantastic. We're back. We're going to get some salt and pepper. Now, I have seen recipes that have used paprika, onion powder, garlic powder. You know what? You can put just about anything on this chicken and it is going to taste really good. Please remember, chickens need a lot of seasoning, so don't feel like you over-seasoned it. I mean, granted, if you're putting like a whole if you're putting like frosting, if your seasoning looks like frosting on your chicken, then probably you put too much. But if not, you don't worry about it. Season it all on the outside. I've put a nice good covering, a coating of salt on just about all the exterior skin of the chicken, and don't forget to also season the interior cavity. Super important. This is going to bring some great flavor to the chicken. Something else that you can put inside the chicken, if you have time, if you want to do it really quickly, is to put in, some onions on the inside of this. You can put a lime inside of this. You can put some other, other fruits. Fruits would be really good. Not bananas, but like limes and oranges. That would be good. Lemon. These will all be good for the chicken. Then I'm going to add my pepper, but I forgot to wash my hands. Let me be right back. All right, well, cooking with chicken is very important. It's very important to remember to keep your hands clean, because whatever you touch with your hands after touching the chicken could be contaminated with an ugly little bug called salmonella. And that's something that we do not want. Bad eats. Something that's not good for the family, not good for anyone else. And so now that I have this, it's easier to flip it around so I don't have to wash my hands constantly. I use one of these tongs. I flip it like this, and I am ready to go with the back side. And I am ready to put the chicken into the pot. Now, this is the back of the chicken. The breast is on the bottom, and that's where we're going to put it on. The breast side down into the pot. The chicken is there. It smells delicious. One of the things that I'm trying to do now, I'm waiting 5 minutes for it to brown really nicely on the bottom of the chicken. And once 5 minutes is over, I'm going to pick this baby up, I'm going to flip it over, and I'm going to brown the back side as well. Alexa, off. I use my Alexa to tell me what time it is. I needed to wait 5 minutes for this to cook, and it's ready. 5 minutes are done. Now we're gonna pick this baby up. And remember, it's not hot. The top part's not hot, so you can grab it from its cavity, and this is what it looks like. See, nice and brown, 5 minutes. Doesn't need much more than that. Now we're gonna put it on its back for another 5 minutes as well. Alexa, start timer, 5 minutes. Okay, while that is cooking for 5 minutes, sauteing for 5 minutes, I'm going to chop up my poblano pepper. We do not want to eat the stem, so we're gonna have that, cut that right off. Now, you can just slice this open and just put it in there if you like, but what happens is you have a lot of these seeds, and this right here is called the vein, the center part, and it can be spicy. So if you take out the vein, you'll take out a lot of the hot spice that the poblano pepper may have. So what I like to do is I'll take part of the vein out. This is the vein. I'll take part of the vein out, but I'll leave the rest in because I kind of like it spicy. My daughter used to not like spicy, but now she's really into it. So I'm gonna just pull it off kind of like this. And that's how we're gonna leave that much of the vein in there. But we wanna take out all these seeds because you can't eat seeds. Well, you can eat seeds, but it's not something that is very flavorful. So I'm gonna take this off right here. We're gonna dust it. I'm gonna knock it on the table. And it's done. So the reason why they roast the outside is because this outside skin is kind of really tough and hard to eat. But we're gonna be putting it into the pressure cooker. That pressure cooker will break down the skin and make it nice and flavorful and edible, right? So we're gonna take it like this, and I'm gonna do it really long slices. We're gonna do it really long slices like this. So here we go, cutting. This, see how long these are? Now you can go to the grocery store and when you buy your peppers, they're all different shapes. I try to get ones that are as long as possible without the additional shapes in it, nooks or wrinkliness or whatever you like to call it, because it's easier to cook or it's easier to slice, you know, but it's whatever you like. It really doesn't matter. It's more for aesthetics. I like the long ones just because, well, just because I just like them that way. You can cut them up in julienne. You can cut them up in smaller chunk sizes. If you wanted to cut them up in little squares, that's fine too. But this is how I like it. And that's all you need, just one of these. We're gonna put these in a little bit later. Now, Alexa, how much time do I have in my timer? 1 minute left. So what I also did is in this pot, I have added water. And when you add water to a pot, because I'm gonna make some pasta there, is you have to add salt. So I'm gonna add at least 2 tablespoons. That's right, 2 tablespoons. You would think that that's a lot, but it's not. You want to make sure that the salt actually gets into, you know what? I'm gonna put 2.5. It's pink because I like Himalayan salt. It gives it it's a delicate salt. It's not harsh like regular table salt. Anyway, this is one of my family's favorite. You want to put enough salt in there to actually season the pasta. And here's the pasta we're going to be using. We're going to put this pot with all the salt in here on the stove to start boiling when we close this up. Because this is going to take 20 to 30 minutes to cook. And we want our pasta to be ready at the same time this comes out so that they all come in together. Alexa, off. All right, remember this plate? This is where we had the chicken initially. We're gonna take this chicken out and put it onto this plate. Put it off to one side. Now it has a lot of beautiful juices in there, and we're gonna use a little bit of water, a cup of water to the bottom of this plate. So we have a cup. This is professionally measured cup of water. That's right. You can also use vegetable stock or chicken stock. Don't use beef stock. I find that the beef stock really competes with the flavor of the chicken. So when you saute your chicken, there's gonna be little bits of chicken on the bottom. These little bits of chicken that are stuck to the bottom, they're just brown. They're just brown pieces of chicken stuck to the bottom. We want to kind of scrape it off gently with a spatula, or I use a stirring spoon here so that it will become incorporated in the juice that we had just put in it. Remember, do not use beef stock. It's no good. It competes with the chicken. Oh, I'm so proud at how this chicken came out. We only had a little break right here, just a small little break in the skin, but other than that, it's just perfect. It's perfect. So now we're going to put in our 2 cups of mushrooms, and we're going to leave those in there just a little bit to sweat it down, because what we're going to do is we're going to put our trivet. So if you remember when you got your Instapot, this came in it. Now, if you don't remember that this came in it and you threw it away, which has happened to many people, don't worry. You can go to the grocery store and there are silicone versions of this that you can put it at the bottom of the pot, and those work perfectly fine. This is what I'm going to be using, but it only has this much of a clearance at the bottom. I'm going to wait until the mushrooms sweat down just a little bit more, and once that's done, when I say sweat down, it means that these mushrooms, which have a lot of water in them, are going to reduce. They're going to get smaller in size. And when that happens, I'll be able to easily put this trivet on top of it, and it'll be fine. Then on top of the trivet, we're going to put the chicken. See that the water is boiling, and if I get too close to the water, it's going to fog up the lens. So I'm going to keep it this far away. But you'll see that the water is melting down or reducing these mushrooms. It's just beautiful. The smell is amazing here. I don't know if you like mushrooms. I love mushrooms. They add a lot of flavor to just about anything that you cook, especially meats, poultry, delicious. And if you want to do stir fry, well, I have a recipe for that too. Now it's time for the trivet. We're gonna put the trivet in there. We're gonna set it down just a little bit. It is completely on the ground, whereas before it wouldn't have been able to, but because the mushrooms have reduced a little bit, it is ready. Now it's time for the chicken. And the blackness that you see on top of the chicken is actually the pepper that we had. So now we have this done, we're gonna go ahead and put these peppers, oops, lost one, peppers on top of it. Why on top? Because this thing is going to cook so well. It's going to cook the peppers and allow the pepper flavor to infuse onto the chicken. Yum! If you notice, I put the water and the mixture or the stock before I put the chicken in, because if you put it after you put the chicken in, you're risking actually rinsing off the chicken and the flavor that's on the chicken. So I want to make sure that you put the juice in first. Now once that's done, I'm gonna push cancel. I'm gonna grab the Instapot lid. We wanna make sure that this thing is on sealing and not on venting, so sealing. We're gonna put it on and we're gonna close it. And then we are going to make sure that's done. This is the little safety pin right here. This safety pin, once it starts to boil, it's gonna pop up, and that is great. It tells me it's ready. So now we are gonna hit poultry. That shows 8 minutes, but you know what? I am going to put it on regular pressure cooker, and I'm gonna put it up to, excuse me, I'll keep warm, pressure cooker, and I'm going to do 25, you know what? I'm gonna do 30 minutes. Now it's done. That's all you have to do. When the pressure builds up enough in here, that's because the water starts to boil and the steam starts to fill the container, it will then start this, well, it'll make this safety pin pop up, and it means that it is now pressurized. And once it's pressurized, that's when the timer will start on its countdown, okay? Okay, remember our pot? We had our salt in it. It's about ready. I'm gonna use the same stirring spoon into the pot and just stir the pot just a little bit so that the salt becomes evenly distributed in the water. And I'm gonna put it on a high flame because we wanna make sure that this starts to boil. Once this starts to boil, we're gonna put in our pasta. And I have a hack for you on how to know how much pasta you need for every person in your family, okay? Well, every normal person. If you have a teenager, you may have to put 2 or 3 more times. But hey, teenagers are another beast, right? Another animal. All right, the safety pin has popped up, which means that the pressure has built up just enough for it to start the timer. And if you look here, there it goes, it beeped, and now we have 30 minutes going. So it's gonna go for 30 minutes at this pressure cooker. Now I recalculated the time it's gonna take for our water to boil. So I'm gonna wait until this number reaches 20, and once it gets to 20, then I'll start the water to boil. Awesome, we got our 20 minutes. Now it's time for our water. We're gonna start this baby. Here, we are gonna get our pasta ready. We have 20 minutes left on the Instapot, and we are gonna pull out our spaghetti. What I found out, and I'm going to share with you today, only on this channel, dun dun dun, is how to select how much pasta we need per person. So this is how you find out. So you take your pasta in your hand and you squeeze it between your pointing finger and your thumb, and the diameter of your hand is how much, the diameter of your circle, the circle that you just made, is how much an individual will eat, which comes out to about the diameter of a US quarter. So this is what you're looking for. I am really hungry, and I'm gonna make 2 servings of this. So we have here two quarter-sized servings right here. This is all we need. this is how much we're gonna be using for the water for me. The water finally boiled. Holy cow, it took a long time. It took almost 10 minutes to get that water to boil. Anyway, it's really important to let the water boil first before you put the pasta in, because if you don't, your pasta will not boil evenly as it goes in. So once it starts to boil, we want to turn this down to low. You want to make sure that it's still boiling. We want to turn it down to low, and then we're going to put the top on and let it go for 8 minutes. I'm so excited. My Instapot has just beeped. It is off. It is ready to go. What I'm gonna do is leave it off. I am going to do a quick release, and a quick release means that I am going to now touch this nozzle, and I'm gonna move it from sealed to vent, and this is called quick release. Lots of noise, but it's okay. Right on time, that's right. So Alexa's telling me that my pasta has finished cooking. It's 8 minutes. Alexa, off. And my pot is about ready to release completely. We're doing the quick release, and we are waiting for the safety button, the safety pin, to come down. So this is what it looks like. The safety pin is gonna come down in just a little bit. All right, so I'm a little impatient. What I can do is I can hit that. Oh, it's done. That's all you need. I'm gonna take this off. Okay, done. Now, remove the top. And on the Instapot, they have these things on the handle you can use to hold the lid. Hello, awesome. You don't have to put the lid on the top of a surface. So as you can see, my chicken looks amazing. It's just beautiful. And the peppers have opened up and have smeared themselves on top of the chicken, which makes it just where I want it. I'm gonna use my tongs now, and as you can see, it's kind of pulling away, and that's exactly what I'm looking for. But what that means is that it is falling off the bone delicious. I have to be really careful as I pull it out so that as not to destroy the chicken, which I'm seeing it is already doing. Take this off, put it onto a plate, and taking this part off, I'm filling this plate with this chicken. And I'm going to let this chicken rest a little bit so that it can firm up a little bit, and also so that I don't burn my hands when we pull this chicken off. Okay, I took out all the peppers that had fallen off. And it's really important that you do that because the peppers are gonna be, or this sauce is gonna be used for Alfredo sauce. And if we left the peppers in, it would be hard to eat. Next step, remove the trivet. That's this thing right here. We do not want that in there. It will make it hard for the next step. We have about 2 to 3 cups of sauce in here, and these amazing mushrooms. Look at that. Oh my goodness. It's cooked perfectly. It hasn't lost their shape. They're not mushy, you know? And if you like mushy, fine. That's not for this recipe. So here we go. Now for the Alfredo sauce. And frankly, it's good the way it is. It's gonna be delicious. I am going to put all of this in here because I am going to save this later for other recipes. I'm gonna scoop it in there. I use a spoon to get as much of this beautiful sauce out. Remember, this is easy cooking, easy, simple cooking. We can make our own Alfredo sauce, and we'll do that on another video, but not today. Today, we're trying to do this easy and quick. And we are going to make this, we're gonna saute this. We're gonna turn the Instapot to saute, and we are gonna let this reduce just a little bit, and I'll show you what that's gonna look like. Can't wait. Excellent. It is beautiful. So one of the things you have to remember as we cook we're cooking our Alfredo sauce with the chicken drippings. Man, just the sound, chicken drippings, it just brings a smile to my face. But as we're cooking this, as you can see, it's starting to boil. It's called reducing. It's reducing its liquid. The steam is coming out, which is making the water, whatever is left over, more thick. And we want to now make sure that we stir it every now and then so it doesn't stick to the bottom. And it is right at where we want it. I'm gonna turn the saute off. So now no more energy is going into the pot. It should stop boiling. And I am going to now take our linguini and I'm going to put it into our Alfredo sauce right there. That's it. Is that hard? No, not hard at all. It's delicious. Now, right now, what we want to do is we're going to put it in here and we're going to let this pasta and the Alfredo sauce come together and be married together in flavor. As we do that, we're going to start with our chicken. Our chicken looks amazing. I'll take two forks and we are going to pull this baby apart. The best chicken for this type of recipe, the best part of the chicken is your chicken breast. It's just gonna be easier to pull apart and it's gonna have some really good flavor. And I'm gonna put it on this cutting board to make my life a little easier as I pull it apart and show you what I mean. Oh my goodness, see how much steam this is? It's just delicious on the inside. It is cooked all the way through and it is soft, it is delicious, it is so flavorful. Now, I enjoy chicken skin, but my daughter does not like chicken skin very much. So we're not gonna put chicken skin in the preparation. It doesn't really look good, but it has a beautiful flavor. I love the chicken skin. Okay, so, especially if it's like KFC, fried chicken skin, my goodness, that's like the best. All right, so we have this, got this. Make sure we got all these beautiful ingredients. We can't use this anymore. We're gonna put a little bit of these green peppers right here. And I'm gonna pull it over here and we're gonna pull it apart. And take a bowl, pull our chicken off to one side. Our bowl is right there. Oh yeah, look at that beautiful dish. Oh, it's amazing. Mushroom. Mushroom. My dog is here and he is going crazy. He wants some of this so badly. Oh my goodness, I can't wait to taste this. I'm getting a little bit of this sauce. Getting a little bit of this sauce in this little measuring cup and I'm putting it on top of it. It's just, oh, I can't wait. It's gonna be so good. Off to one side. Let me show you what it looks like. See? Simple. And it's you. You made this. You could make this. Easy squeezy. Here's the pasta. Cooked perfectly. Seasoned exactly what you needed to be. Guess what? Maybe I should have toasted the peppers outside, taken the skin off. But the flavor of the chicken. Now I'll say look at the chicken. Here we go. Delicious. I can taste the butter. I can taste the salt, the pepper on it. It's amazing. Your kids are gonna love this. Your family is gonna say, what did you do? Who are you? Who is this chef in my kitchen? Check this out. Definitely something that you can make, put together, throw together, well within 1 hour. You can say, kids, come down in 1 hour and start then, and it'll be done within 40 minutes. 40 minutes tops. Altogether, yep, 40 minutes tops. You can make an amazing piece of linguini, Alfredo sauce, and chicken in your own Instapot. Tune in next time because I'm gonna have another great recipe. I don't even know what I'm gonna do next time, but whatever it is gonna be delicious. You're gonna like it, I'm gonna like it. People are gonna rave about it. So come on back.